A Call for Help by Ulrich Victorino. Narrated by Otis Jiry. This is a call for help. I don't know how much longer I have. My iPad, my last connection to the outside world, is down to 10%. I have just a few minutes left to send out this desperate message. You see, I'm stuck here, and saying that, I guess I'd better fill you in on how exactly I found myself in this situation. It was an ordinary day. I woke up, got ready for the day, ate breakfast, went to school, did my homework, the normal routine. As usual, I finished the day with a trip to the bathroom. Now, before we go any further, I have to say that my bathroom is different from others, for reasons I don't understand. The previous owner had a stall constructed around his toilet, just like the ones you find in public restrooms. Perhaps he didn't want to see his face in the mirror the toilet faced. I have no idea. It didn't really matter, though. I've gotten used to closing and locking the stall every time I use the toilet. Call it a force of habit or an obsessive compulsion to use everything I come across. Next to the stall was a window and a narrow ledge where I put all my toilet paper. The presence of the ledge created a small gap between the stall door and the window, which was great for stuffing even more toilet paper into, or the occasional magazine I'd bring along. It wasn't anything extraordinary or strange, but it was different. Anyway, I pulled down my pants, sat, and felt the cold plastic on my bare skin. With nothing left to do but let nature take its course, I pulled out my iPad, navigated to my favorite Scary Stories website, and started reading. It was late and quiet, and I was all alone. A perfect time to give myself a few goosebumps. As I was reading and literally scaring the crap out of myself, I noticed a faint scratching on the stall door. It was as if a dog was scratching the flimsy plastic door, except it was slower, more deliberate. Moments after I noticed the sound, it stopped. I was unnerved. I didn't have a dog. Couldn't have been the wind. The noises couldn't have been fake. I was starting to get really scared. But I dismissed my paranoia. It must have been the plastic flexing from the temperature. Yeah, that was it. I continued to read. I was almost done, to be honest. But I couldn't just leave my seat without finishing the story. Then I heard a drop, a soft thud. The stack of tissues wedged between the door and the window collapsed. It fell forward out of my reach. I checked the window outside. The night was as still as could be. It couldn't have been the wind. It was something else, something from the inside. No, I was scaring myself. I slowly chuckled to myself. The roles were probably just off balance in the first place. So I continued. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong, though. I set aside my iPad and slowly unlocked my stall. I gave the door a slight push, but it wouldn't budge. I reasoned that the hinges must be rusty. I pushed harder, and harder, and harder, as hard as my seated position would allow, and still it wouldn't move. It was as though someone on the other side was pushing back, keeping me contained within. I was panicking. Some malevolent force was holding me here. I was certain I knew what would happen next. I would be killed or flayed or mutilated or driven to insanity. The scratching began again. Louder, louder, louder. I could feel the plastic slowly being ripped to pieces. I swear it was toying with me. And then I saw it. A hand, if you could call it that, crept up to the gap, reaching in. This was it. The hand was a rotting shade of green and gray, like it had just tunneled up from a grave. Its putrid stench overpowered the already foul smell of the stall. Its slender, bony fingers ventured into my stall, grasping for something. No doubt, I thought, seeking to rend the flesh from my bones. I was frozen in fear. Imagine an end like this, caught with my pants down, to be found dead on a toilet. The hand inched closer and closer. I could almost feel the chill of death permeating from its cold, pale flesh. I was ready to die. It suddenly rushed at me. I closed my eyes and screamed. Tears streamed from my eyes. Sweat came out of every single pore. Hell, I even pissed myself on the toilet. I waited. A few seconds, a few agonizingly slow minutes. I did nothing. I mustered up my courage and opened my eyes. It was gone. I was saved. I breathed deeply. I had not been ready to die and felt overwhelmingly relieved when I realized that I hadn't. I pushed the door once more, and I was greeted by an empty bathroom. It took me a while, but eventually I realized the gravity of my predicament. My tissue, it was gone. All of it. This is a call for help. Please, somebody save me. I prefer triple ply.